How's it going, everyone? Want to take you guys through some updates on the upcoming PlayStation 5 exclusive Rise of the Ronin coming from Team Ninja. Quickly approaching on the release of this game, I've been pretty vocal about the fact that I'm really surprised it's coming out this early. I honestly thought it was going to be a late 2024 game, maybe even early 2025, but no, it's coming out March 22nd. Kind of have mixed feelings about that exact release date, as you guys might be aware, but we'll talk about that. But we have a lot of new information about the game. Right off the top, they are giving away free avatars if you do want to check those out, available on the official page of the game that went live. These are for various factions of the game and various characters of the game. If you sign in, you can claim those avatars. Quite like Ryoma Sakamoto, that character design I think looks great. He is of the Tobaku, the anti-shogunate forces. And we'll go over to each of the forces. There's the Sabaku, the pro-shogunate, and the Tobaku, the anti-shogunate, and then the Obey, the Western forces. A bunch of different characters have been detailed, and each of those characters, again, have the avatars available free of charge. Ahead of the game's March 22nd release, all you have to do is go to the website and then sign in, and then you'll be good to go. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to ask you guys, please like this video and do leave a comment with your thoughts. It really does help out the channel a lot, and it is much appreciated. So, Rise of the Ronin, again, the official website has gone live, and that has been updated, and we have a lot of new information. Factions of the Bakumatsu era meet the key political factions that vie for power in this tumultuous time. Anti-shogunate forces united in their mission to restore imperial authority, pro-shogunate forces, defenders of centralized rule, and Western forces, catalysts of Japan's opening to foreign trade and change. So first of all, we have the Sabaku, the pro-shogunate forces, loyal hearts, steadfast resolve. The pro-shogunate forces of the Bakumatsu era are supporters of Tokugawa, seeking to maintain its centralized rule and defend the shogunate against external pressures and internal threats to uphold the existing political order. We have various characters detailed. First up, Naosuke Lee, Chief Minister of the Shogunate and Clan Lord of Hakone. Working with the Western powers, he opens Japan's ports to foreign trade. Known for mercilessly suppressing his opposition, he is feared as the Red Demon of Lee, a nickname inherited from his ancestor. Among the martial arts lies his forte. Considered to be a man of taste, Lee also possesses a deep knowledge of the finer things, not least tea and poetry. They detail the Hiroyuki Ringa, passed down by members of the Lee clan. This weapon eventually received ornamented fittings styled after a nickname given to the 20th clan head Naomasa Lee, the Red Demon. We have Taka Murayama. Taka Murayama is a famed geisha of the Miyazaki Pleasure District in Yokohama. She earned her renown through her witty conversations and rather melancholic good looks, reputed to have performed as a geisha in Kyoto in the past. Then you have the Tobaku. They are the anti-shogunate. Silent no more, the anti-shogunate forces are made up of diverse groups and individuals united by their opposition to the shogunate's rule and their desire to restore imperial authority in Japan. Right off the top, you have Ryoma Sakamoto. Again, from a character design standpoint, I think he looks great. Ronin, formerly of the Tosa clan, determined to keep a steady hand of the tiller of Japan as it opens its ports to foreign trade. He tirelessly searches for the right course of action. An endearingly earnest soul, he is quick to gain the affections of others. Not only is he a master of the Hokushin Ito Ryu school of swordplay, but he is also a sharp shot with a Western-style pistol. They also detail the Mitsunokami Yoshiyuki. The eponymous work of a Tosa swordsmith, the precious heirloom, features an ornate custom mounting, dragon-themed scabbard, and hilt ornament. And then you have Kogoro Katsura, feudal retainer of the Chosu clan and a close associate of Shonen Yoshida. A compassionate soul, he serves as a mentor for his clan's younger retainers. He has earned the confidence of Choshu's senior statesman with his level-headed and cautious approach. His only flaw is his unhealthy predilection for sake, which has led to the occasional scandal. Yeah, he's gotta stay out of trouble with that one. A Subizin work of the Osafune school, this elegant blade features an ornate mountain customized for Katsura, and the sword's hilt ornament and scabbard exhibit a pine motif. Then you have the Obey Western forces, the winds of change. The Western forces of the Bakumatsu era consist of US and European powers who seek to open Japan to foreign trade, leading to the end of the country's long-standing isolationist policies and influencing its political and economic landscape. You have Matthew Perry, Commodore of the United States Navy, at the order of the President Millard Fillmore. His fleet of black ships has circumnavigated the globe to negotiate the opening of Japan's ports for trade. He is determined to compel the opening of Japan before any other Western power. He's got the Commodore Saber, standard issue for officers of the US Navy, distinguished by the gold-plated brass on its hilt, guard, and scabbard. It's a sword that displays exquisite craftsmanship. And lastly, we have Rutherford, a British diplomat. He's tasked with assessing the value of Japan's integration into the global economy and reporting back his findings to his superiors. Despite denouncing the shogunate's exclusionary policies as barbaric, he has a profound fascination for Japanese craftsmanship. A former surgeon, he can be counted on to treat the wounded. He's got the sophisticate saber, although he is generally accompanied by an escort of bodyguards. Rutherford warily keeps this saber on his person should he need to take defense of his life into his own hands. And those are the characters they have detailed thus far. Looks like a wide variety of characters and political factions all vying for control within the Bakumatsu era. The game also has had some updates in its official page. Shape a dynamic story as a masterless samurai, a Ronin. Your destiny is your own. See the story unfold in different ways depending on the choices you make. The characters you ally with along the way face critical mission decisions like whether to assassinate or protect key figures and shape the course of history through a rich multi-choice system. So this is going to be a game that is going to have various decision-making throughout, that is going to weave the narrative in different ways, so that'll be pretty interesting. Explore an authentic world. The Bakumatsu period heralds the end of the shogunate as a new era begins and East and West collide. Experience this cultural revolution across an open world where you'll meet the key figures who will shape the course of history and the ordinary citizens seeking a guiding light in the darkness. Engage in deep, accessible combat from the veteran developers of Nioh and Ninja Gaiden. Rise of the Ronin offers deeply engaging yet accessible combat with layers of complexity suitable for any playstyle. Face your foes with a selection of close quarters weaponry or engage from afar with authentic period firearms. The game is out March the 22nd, and obviously a little bit of competition going on for your dollar given that Rise of the Ronin comes out the same day as Dragon's Dogma 2. You know, most of the times I am of the mindset, yo, if games are good, they're gonna do well regardless. And I do believe that for Rise of the Ronin and Dragon's Dogma 2, but I also do feel like those games, if you are a PlayStation 5 owner, they're gonna have an audience that has a crossover, and $70 each. Yes, some people are gonna drop the $140 on March the 22nd, and they'll be very happy and they'll play both, but given that these are both expansive open world games with a lot of content, I imagine Dragon's Dogma 2 is gonna have a sizable amount of content, as is Rise of the Ronin. Those are two large experiences, much like, you know, later in January into early February, we have Grand Blue Fantasy Relink and Persona 3 coming out. This one I find to be a little bit more daunting because it's literally on the same day, or at least Grand Blue and Persona 3. They have a few days separating them, but you know what, maybe that's a little bit much ado about nothing. At the very least, you know, if you're into video games, it's gonna be an exciting day come March 22nd, and maybe it's an idea of, hey, we gotta get these games out before the end of the fiscal quarter, and March 22nd was the only date they could come up with. Look, I would have much preferred if Rise of the Ronin could come out, like, let's say March 15th, and Dogma 2 March 22nd, but what can you do? This is the world we live in. But that's gonna do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. Let me know your excitement level for Rise of the Ronin. Is this a game you're gonna pick up day one? How do you decide between Dogma 2, Rise of the Ronin, or are you gonna pick up both again? Sound off down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.